Today, folks, we have Dante versus Clive, Death Battle, Final Fantasy versus Devil May Cry. Man, I got two words for y'all. Royal Guard. I just feel like this is gonna be a cakewalk for Dante. Unless Clive has something really good up his sleeve, I just feel like Dante is gonna win this death battle. But we'll see. Let's jump into it. Yeah, that's the foreshadowing
Dante
that
versus
we're gonna see.
Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Honestly, this should be easy for Dante, honestly.
It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen lust for power. And every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time. Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family...
And by the way, I'm sure we all know this, but Virgil is a complete badass. I mean, badass.
Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing.
Killing demons? And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy, Dante bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block
Human and demon hybrid. Likes pizza, Sundays, Nero, and parties. I didn't know he was 6'2". 184. He's in his 40s? Okay.
kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor,
and regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature.
I want to also say that there's a scene where Dante and Virgil, because I think that Dante was in a past death battle too, but they were explaining like a time that Dante and Virgil was fighting and it was raining, and they were swinging their swords so fast that it created like this pocket of air that all the rain just didn't hit. And it just shows just how fast they are too, because realistically, and I don't know much about Clive, so I have to keep that in mind, but Dante is just way too fast for Clive, in my opinion. I mean, he's doing all types of acrobatics. I mean, he's hitting you from this angle, that angle. I mean, I just don't think Clive can keep up with that, you know?
As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through. Basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal, and Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion. Plus Ebony and Ivory, two magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger.
I didn't know it was
and
endless.
Stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks.
Oh my gosh.
Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle. Balrog, fiery fist of
King Cerberus? He can call upon King Cerberus? That's crazy.
cuffs for boxing and capoeira. And Navan, guitar. An electric guitar.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying... Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can Royal Guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger.
Yeah, and I didn't even get to Devil Trigger. I mean, this guy has so many like tricks in his bag, bro. I mean, I know Clive got a lot of tricks too, but I just... From what I've seen, I know more about Dante than I do about Clive, all right? And I just think Dante, man, from what I've seen, he just is unkillable. Now, he can be killed. I just don't think he's fought anybody that had the right tools to kill him. But, yeah, I just think it's just going to be a foregone conclusion. Superhuman speed and strength, right? Air hike, doppelganger. I mean, Royal Guard is really busted, man. If you played the most recent Devil May Cry, you could pretty much Royal Guard just about anything if you're good at it, you know. I think that's a very underrated ability to do, you know. You have to have some skill. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it's like a parry or something, and if you Royal Guard something, then you get more points because you're not like taking damage. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, I mean, regeneration, just so many different things, man.
A super form Dante achieves through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the demon world.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense, he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh, that guy! I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
See, before I start dismissing this fight, I would have loved to see Dante versus Spawn. I feel like that would have been a great matchup. Just, sidebar.
Oh, it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass, even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger.
Do not pay your next...
Sin Devil Trigger. I didn't even... that's crazy, man.
This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with Luce, obliterate with the fires of judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and two well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
They really are a fucking cool ass pair. I mean, Dante and Virgil, there's such a cool like brother combo. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love watching them fight each other and together. It's so cool to see. They're so OP.
Whiz, it's an emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good news. This battle is sponsored by Raycon.
Let me just go ahead and fast forward that.
Sit down as we tell the tale of the kingdom of Rosaria and its prince, Clive Rossfield.
Okay.
A man destined to be a dominant, the host to a mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
Holy
And
shit.
commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but
Full name Clive Rosefield, age 33. We're the same age. Okay. Weight 184. Okay. Dominant of Ifrit. Is it Ifrit or Ifrit? Ifrit? Okay. All right. The guy from Tekken 8. Dude, I really wish they never put Clive in Tekken 8. I personally would have loved to see Baki characters like, of course, Baki, Yujiro. They would have been great additions to Tekken 8. Any Kingen characters, that would have been great, but not Clive or like Noctis or Negan. Like, just come on, bro.
Bird said no thanks and instead picked his sick little brother Joshua. Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother, Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Oh my
Quick,
gosh.
someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Ooh.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along. The fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy,
Ifrit.
is Ifrit a wild
Okay.
one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make
Now,
fire
this is basically Clive's rage art in Tekken 8.
barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the world of
Oh,
Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Ramuth, so he could summon lightning.
From his bae Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan,
Freeze
he can block
time.
and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this Dragon Prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Okay, so that might be a problem for Dante. Maybe. I don't know if Dante can freeze time, but yeah, I'm thinking this could be an issue.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive
Oh.
stepped up to lead the battle.
Oh, maybe it won't be an issue because they move so fucking fast that it may not even be a problem. Okay.
And even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well, yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But I guess that's kind of like his devil trigger.
Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After
That sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me,
does.
it made
It
Clive
really
a
does.
badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
so much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species.
Okay, now I'm not sure. Now I'm not sure. Because I don't know if Dante's ever... Now I'm not quite sure. Has Dante ever beaten somebody on this level of just strength before? Because this seems like it's getting away from the realm of what he's capable of beating, you know?
All while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima squared, but Clive still kicked his ass. Using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will, Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch.
What the fuck?
Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future
So he killed God and Dante killed Satan. Interesting.
in Shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died.
Vaporize a large tsunami, overpowered the planet-wiping Zeta flare, withstood hits from 2 billion ton rock tentacles?
Died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream
It's
of
the friends we met along the way.
a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
Interesting.
The battle's coming up next, so call your winner now, folks, just like our sponsor, DraftKings.
The NBA season tips off, and so does
I don't know, y'all. I really... This might be a very difficult fight for Dante. It just might be. It just might be. I really don't know, man. It's going to be a crazy climax, though.
And we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I don't know. Clive looks kind of OP in that final form, though. I don't know.
One of the things
Oh my
that is
God.
love about
Putting an ad there is just diabolical.
Hey, I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Let's rock.
Fancy yourself a bard?
They both have a deep bag, though. Oh, he's really moonwalking on with lightning coming at him.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light.
Bro, the animation is so nice. Really well done. Wow.
What the hell is that?
Okay, he transformed. This is a step above Double Trigger, right? Or no, this is Double Trigger. Wow. Wow.
Virgil's got some competition.
Damn. Damn. Okay, you know it's not over yet. Because Clive has to transform.
Out on me. Let's see what your monster can really do.
So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got. Joshua!
Oh my gosh. It's like God, like a demon Godzilla. Jesus.
I won't underestimate you.
Oh, fuck. Square. Circle. I don't know who's gonna win, y'all. Wow. Could this end in a draw? Okay.
Please. Just once. I need more.
It's been a bash, Smokey.
Oh, wait a minute.
I need every. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Wow, he died?
After a fight like this, the gods will be nothing.
What? That's crazy. What? That's insane. He actually. What?
Okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
What?
Not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through three categories, starting with
Oh
stats.
my. Bro, I can't believe. Maybe, like, again, that's what I was really trying to say throughout this video. Like, I don't know what Clive has. I know he has a deep bag, but I just didn't know it was enough to kill Dante. Damn.
And Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius
Right.
could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Still,
Right.
given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive
Right.
did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more
Okay.
reliable and abusable.
That's what I was saying. Like, I was like, maybe the time stopping ability might have like a, might be a problem for Dante, but I wasn't sure.
In addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the
Right.
end, both have answers to most of each other's powers,
So what-
making it still anyone's win.
So
Which
what
is
was
why
it
came
that
down
did
to
it for
one
them?
major factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match
Wow.
is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle.
True.
Can he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and
Wow.
persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get
Wow.
the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The
Wow.
winner is Clive Rossfield.
I can't believe this man won. But hey, I guess I would love to know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe that's, accurate. I guess I'm so surprised because I've always known Dante to regenerate and just come back from basically, anything. Now, it definitely depends on who he's fighting against, but someone like Clive, again, and that comes from me not knowing Clive that much, so.
I'm on Death Battle.
2025 finale. Who they got? Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh. Wait! Ash versus Yugi? Oh!
Subscribe and join as a member to
Ash Ketchum versus Yugi!
see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Ooh, that's gonna be nice. I honestly feel like Yugi got that because Ash don't be catching no legendaries. Anywho, it was a good battle. I mean, I'm not really mad at their decision to deem Clive the winner there because I didn't know Clive like that. But I didn't realize just how similar they are as a character. But man, I was not expecting Dante to die. Like, I really thought this was gonna be a cakewalk for him. Not like a cakewalk, but eventually Dante will outlast Clive. You know what I'm saying? And if the only thing was just their endurance, that's really what Clive was able to like overcome. I mean, I suppose that's the way that battle would have went, but it could have easily gone either way. But I would love to know what you guys think. Do you think their analysis was right or wrong? I would love to hear it. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the reaction, give me a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back with more reactions. Peace!